Brad Pitt told us that his love life was a disaster.
23 years later, we're getting a pretty epic detail about Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's wedding.
They were Hollywood's ultimate it couple, and now, nearly 2 decades later, Jen and Brad are proof you really can be friends with an ex.
Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and Vince Vaughn. 3 names that have fueled endless fascination in Hollywood's tangled web of relationships. For decades, fans have speculated about the love triangle that defined an era. But now, the silence is finally broken. Brad and Vince have stepped forward with revelations that shatter long-held assumptions. From behind-the-scenes struggles to shocking truths about their connection with Jennifer, their confessions are raw, emotional, and deeply personal. But why now? And what does it mean for their pasts and futures? Let's dive into this explosive story, shall we? Inside Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's breakup. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston once symbolized Hollywood perfection. A dazzling couple whose love story seemed ripped straight from a movie script. Their 5-year marriage was the stuff of dreams, adored by fans.
You know, it was 15 years ago that Jen said "I do" for the first time to Brad Pitt, and she must have learned a lot from that media circus because this time around, well, it was a whole different ballgame.
Celebrated by the media and elevated to near mythical status. But behind their glamorous public appearances and flawless red carpet smiles, cracks were forming beneath the surface. Cracks that would eventually lead to one of the most shocking celebrity splits in history. In 2005, their fairy tale marriage came to an unexpected end, leaving fans and insiders reeling. While their separation was initially framed as amicable, whispers of hidden tensions quickly dominated headlines. The media, ever hungry for answers, speculated relentlessly on the reasons behind their breakup. Among the most talked about theories was the couple's apparent clash over their future. Brad was rumored to be yearning for fatherhood, eager to embrace the role of a family man, while Jennifer, at the peak of her career, allegedly wanted to focus on her work. Although neither confirmed the full truth, their differing life goals became a central narrative in their unraveling. But their challenges extended beyond personal desires. Both were superstars at the height of their fame, and their hectic schedules often kept them apart.
In the case of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, both actors were in high demand when they got together. That meant that it was very hard for them to be together whenever they wanted,
creating a growing emotional distance. The pressures of managing a relationship under such extreme public scrutiny only amplified their struggles. Every choice, every gesture, and every word they shared was dissected by the press, leaving little room for the couple to navigate their challenges privately. In time, the weight of public expectations became an unbearable burden, further straining their bond. Despite the heartbreak, Brad and Jennifer continued to treat one another with mutual respect, refusing to let bitterness define their post-marriage lives. Yet, those who knew them closely could sense how deeply the split had affected them. Jennifer's grief was palpable, a vulnerability she couldn't hide even from her closest friends. Meanwhile, Brad seemed to retreat inward, searching for peace and clarity amidst the chaos. For both, the end of their relationship wasn't just a personal loss. It marked the closing of a chapter in Hollywood's golden age. Years have passed, but the fascination with their story endures, fueled by persistent questions and lingering what-ifs. Was their love doomed from the start? Or could they have overcome their challenges without the relentless glare of the spotlight? Their story remains shrouded in intrigue, ensuring their names are forever entwined in Hollywood lore.
Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt are the ultimate proof that exes can be friends.
But perhaps the answers lie even further back, before the cracks appeared and the pressures took their toll. What happened during Brad and Jen's perfect Malibu wedding? Was it the beginning of a dream, or the first signs of a heartbreaking reality? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind their iconic day. The untold story of Brad and Jen's Malibu wedding. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's Malibu wedding in 2000 was the very definition of Hollywood magic, a dazzling celebration that captivated millions. With a guest list boasting 200, including Cameron Diaz, Courtney Cox, and Salma Hayek, it was a star-studded spectacle, dripping with elegance and glamour.
Mr. and Mrs. Brad Pitt snapped just after they tied the knot. $1 million was spent to host the event at an exclusive oceanside property in Malibu.
Every detail, from the breathtaking floral canopy to the grand fireworks show illuminating the night sky, painted a picture of perfection. To the public, it was the ultimate love story's crowning moment, a celebration of a romance that seemed destined for eternity. But beneath the glittering surface, was everything truly as perfect as it seemed? Despite the fairy tale allure, whispers suggest the day wasn't without its complexities. For Brad, the emotional gravity of the occasion proved overwhelming. In a deeply personal moment, he reportedly shed tears while reading his vows to Jennifer. While many interpreted this as a touching testament to his love, some insiders hinted at something more, an underlying tension rooted in the immense pressure the couple faced as Hollywood's most-watched duo. Their Malibu wedding wasn't just a ceremony, it symbolized the zenith of their public love story. The world was enchanted by their romance, and this union cemented their place as Hollywood royalty. However, the extraordinary secrecy surrounding the event hinted at the challenges that came with their status. With tight security to ensure no photos were leaked, it was clear that even this deeply personal moment was under the relentless gaze of the public eye. In many ways, their wedding set the stage for the struggles that would later define their relationship. The constant media intrusion, the impossibility of privacy, and the ever-mounting expectations began to cast a shadow over their seemingly perfect union. While fans saw fireworks and exchanged vows, those closest to the couple knew the real story was far more nuanced. But as we peel back the layers, the question lingers. Was this iconic day the pinnacle of their romance, or the first sign of the storm ahead? What role did their wedding play in shaping their trajectory as individuals and as a couple? Stay tuned as we uncover their career as powerhouses and the unforeseen challenges that followed. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Careers soared. Personal lives collapsed. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston weren't just famous.
Brad Pitt is one of the few Hollywood heavyweights who's both an actor's actor and a bona fide movie star.
They were forces to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Individually, they were at the peak of their careers, but together, they were an unstoppable power couple. Not only did they dominate red carpets, but they also made waves behind the scenes. Their joint venture, Plan B Entertainment, produced critically acclaimed films like 12 Years a Slave and The Departed, cementing their status as serious players in the industry. They weren't just a glamorous pair, they were visionary entrepreneurs shaping the future of film. But despite their success, cracks began to form in their personal lives. Plan B symbolized a shared ambition and passion for filmmaking, and their professional collaboration showcased their commitment to each other's vision. They had built something extraordinary together, blending their talents, drive, and creativity. However, as their careers soared, their marriage started to unravel. The balance between their growing professional success and a struggling personal life began to collapse under the weight of constant media attention and the pressures of fame. While their careers flourished, Their marriage did not. The very success they had worked so hard for became a source of tension. They couldn't reconcile their professional goals with the emotional distance that had started to grow between them. As their careers continued to rise, their relationship faltered. They were no longer just a power couple. They were two people with separate lives, struggling to make it work under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. Despite the growing media speculation and personal turmoil, Brad and Jennifer remained focused on their work, and their success in Hollywood became a testament to their talents. But the question lingered. How could two people so successful in their careers fail to find happiness in their personal lives? The answer lies in the complexities of their relationship, where personal dreams, public expectations, and the weight of fame collide. Even as their marriage fell apart, their careers proved that they were far more than just a celebrity couple. They were hard-working, driven individuals with a passion for making a difference in the world. But was their divorce the dramatic collapse the media portrayed? Or was it something more complicated?
The 2nd of October 2005, it was game over for Hollywood duo Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston as news of their finalized divorce broke across the world.
Brad and Jennifer's divorce was blown out of proportion. What happened behind the headlines? Stay with us to find out. Brad and Jennifer's divorce, the media's role in the fallout. When Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston announced their split in 2005, it sent shockwaves through the world. The media exploded with speculation, dissecting every angle of their relationship and painting a picture of a perfect marriage gone wrong. Their divorce quickly became one of Hollywood's most publicized breakups, with tabloids offering endless theories about what had happened. But how much of the real story was being told? Despite their attempt to keep things private with a joint statement, Brad and Jennifer couldn't escape the media storm. The press tore apart every detail of their separation, from Jennifer's alleged desire for children to Brad's rumored romance with Angelina Jolie. What should have been a personal matter between two people turned into an endless spectacle, fueling gossip and speculation for months. For Jennifer, the media frenzy was particularly painful. Many headlines painted her as the victim, with some claiming that Brad left her for Angelina. But the truth, as always, was more complicated than the tabloids let on. Both Brad and Jennifer chose to remain silent about the real reasons for their split, inadvertently leaving room for the media to continue fueling the fire.
Brad and Angelina famously met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004 while he was still married to Jen. In 2005, Jen broke her silence on Brad's alleged affair.
Their silence only deepened the scrutiny, making it even harder for either of them to move forward without being constantly reminded of their past. The media's portrayal of their breakup didn't just hurt their healing, it amplified their emotional wounds. The constant bombardment of speculation made it nearly impossible for them to rebuild their lives in peace. Over time, both Brad and Jennifer found new paths forward, but the damage caused by the public's relentless gaze never truly faded. Yes, the media blew their breakup out of proportion, but the real story was far more complex and far more painful than the headlines suggested. Who helped Jennifer heal after her heart-wrenching divorce from Brad Pitt? Stay tuned as we explore the surprising man who played a key role in helping her move on. The unexpected love that helped Jennifer heal. After Jennifer Aniston's highly publicized divorce from Brad Pitt, she found herself navigating the intense scrutiny of the media and the emotional toll of heartbreak. It was during this turbulent period that a surprising relationship began to form, one that would help Jennifer heal and regain her balance. Vince Vaughn, a longtime friend of Brad's. Although their relationship was brief, Vince's role in Jennifer's healing journey was profound, offering her an unexpected source of comfort and stability. Vince Vaughn, best known for his comedic roles in Hollywood, might not have seemed like the obvious choice for Jennifer in the aftermath of her marriage's breakdown. Unlike Brad, Vince was not the subject of constant media attention or public scrutiny. His grounded, down-to-earth personality provided a much-needed escape for Jennifer from the relentless media storm that had followed her and Brad's split. The weight of comparisons to Brad and Angelina was constantly hovering over her, and Vince's unassuming nature gave her the reprieve she so desperately needed. Their relationship blossomed soon after Jennifer's divorce, and while the media rushed to label it as a rebound, it became clear that Vince offered Jennifer much more than just a temporary distraction. He provided her with a safe space, someone who wasn't caught up in Hollywood's glitz and drama. While the media had spun her marriage and divorce into a public spectacle, Vince became a stable, calming influence in her life. His laid-back attitude gave her a sense of normalcy in a time when everything felt turned upside down. In interviews, Vince has spoken fondly of Jennifer, acknowledging the immense emotional toll the media attention had on her. Though their romance was short-lived, Vince's support was invaluable. The chemistry they shared was undeniable, but their bond was far more than just a fleeting relationship. For Jennifer, it was a time to heal, away from the chaos and press-driven expectations. Despite the brief nature of their romance, their time together had a lasting impact on Jennifer. Vince helped her reconnect with herself and find peace amidst the storm. What's even more intriguing is that their relationship didn't cause any lasting rifts between him and Brad. Their mutual friendship with each other highlighted the complexities of Hollywood relationships and how sometimes even the most unexpected connections can have a meaningful effect on a person's life. Although Vince and Jennifer's romance didn't last, the emotional recovery he helped her through was significant. He wasn't just a fling or a distraction. He was a figure of stability, a comforting presence during one of the most trying times of her life. For Jennifer, it was a powerful reminder that even in Hollywood, normalcy and healing can come from the most unexpected sources. But what happened when Jennifer and Brad finally reunited? How did their connection evolve over the years? Stay tuned to discover the surprising twists in their ongoing journey. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, a reunion that sparked a frenzy. When Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston crossed paths at the 2020 SAG Awards,
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston reunite for us all at the 2020 SAG Awards, and we're screaming for every freaking moment.
it felt like a scene straight out of a Hollywood script. The world collectively held its breath as the former golden couple exchanged warm smiles and shared a moment backstage that was both casual and electrifying. For fans, it was more than a brief encounter. It was a glimmer of hope, a flashback to an era when their love story dominated headlines and captured hearts. The photos of their interaction, how it went viral instantly. Brad's hand gently clasping Jennifer's arm as she walked away was analyzed frame by frame, fueling endless rumors of a rekindled romance. The media buzzed with speculation, and social media lit up with hashtags celebrating their reunion. Could they be getting back together after all these years? Or was this just two exes finding closure in the public eye? The truth, as both Brad and Jennifer later explained, was far simpler and more complicated. Their exchange was a testament to the years of growth and healing they had undergone since their divorce. Despite the painful memories of their split, they had worked hard to rebuild a friendship rooted in mutual respect. But for a public so deeply invested in their past, their moment of connection was imbued with longing and nostalgia. What stood out most during the SAG Awards reunion was the ease between them. Their laughter seemed genuine, their interaction effortless. It was as if time had folded in on itself, transporting fans back to a period when Brad and Jennifer were the epitome of Hollywood romance. But their connection, while heartwarming, was not an invitation to revisit the past. Both Brad and Jennifer were quick to clarify. They were simply friends. Even so, their chemistry raised questions. Could it be possible for two people who once shared such a deep bond to remain just friends? Was there a chance for them to rewrite their story? Or was this the final chapter of a relationship that had transformed into something entirely new? For both stars, the reunion was more about reflecting on how far they'd come individually. Brad, who had faced personal struggles, and Jennifer, who had navigated her challenges, seemed to embody resilience and emotional maturity. But the media's fixation on their reunion only underscored the enduring fascination with their love story. Their friendly reunion left fans wanting more. But as Brad Pitt stepped into a new chapter of his life, one question lingered. Could this truly be the end? Or was it the beginning of something entirely unexpected? Brad Pitt's journey to a new chapter of transformation. Brad Pitt's life is taking a surprising new direction, shedding the image of a Hollywood heartthrob and embracing a quieter, more intentional path. For years, his name was splashed across tabloid headlines, often overshadowed by the drama surrounding his high-profile relationships. But today, Brad is focused on building a new identity, one that's defined by peace, growth, and meaningful pursuits. Recent years have seen Brad step away from the chaos of fame to explore new passions. In 2022, he ventured into skincare, launching his brand, Le Domaine.
Brad Pitt is getting into the skincare game, and he's giving props to ex Gwyneth Paltrow for teaching him the basics. The actor unveils his genderless line, Le Domaine.
A year later, he turned his attention to winemaking, partnering with a French vintner to create a vineyard that speaks to his desire for authenticity and creativity. These moves aren't just career experiments. They represent Brad's effort to break free from the labels Hollywood has placed on him. No longer simply an actor or tabloid fixture, he's carving out a space where he can control his narrative and rediscover his purpose. Still, the journey hasn't been easy. The public remains fascinated by his past, especially his relationships with Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie. Brad has admitted in interviews that the constant speculation can be draining, but he's learning to focus on what matters: his well-being. By distancing himself from the Hollywood spotlight, he's prioritizing mental health and finding peace on his own terms. What's truly captivating is the whispered possibility of a renewed bond with Jennifer Aniston. While neither has confirmed the rumors, their apparent ease around each other suggests they've left the past behind. For Brad, this moment reflects his personal growth and ability to embrace the present. But what about Jennifer's story? What's she been hiding from the world? And why? Stay tuned for answers that will leave you guessing. The Hidden Struggles of Jennifer Aniston, a journey to self-rediscovery. Behind her radiant smile and glowing red carpet appearances lies a story Jennifer Aniston has long kept hidden. While the world has often been captivated by her roles on screen and her highly publicized relationships, there's a deeper, more personal battle she has quietly endured. Only recently has Jennifer started to shed light on these challenges, sharing an emotional and eye-opening narrative about her journey toward self-acceptance and resilience. For years, Jennifer has lived under the microscope of relentless media scrutiny. The public obsession with her relationships, whether it was her marriage to Brad Pitt or Justin Theroux.
23 years later, we're getting a pretty epic detail about Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's wedding.
Created immense pressure. Constant questions about her love life began to overshadow her career, leaving her feeling as though her value was being reduced to the status of her romantic relationships. In interviews, she has revealed how this unrelenting focus invaded her privacy and chipped away at her confidence. But Jennifer's struggles go beyond the headlines. For much of her life, she has battled with self-doubt and body image issues. Despite being celebrated as one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, Jennifer privately wrestled with feelings of inadequacy. The pressure to fit the media's impossible standard of perfection weighed heavily on her, leaving her feeling as though she was never enough. Now, however, Jennifer is reclaiming her story. As she grows older, she has learned to embrace herself as she is, shedding the expectations of others. Therapy has played a significant role in her transformation, helping her find clarity amidst the chaos of fame. Jennifer has become a passionate advocate for mental health, using her voice to encourage others to prioritize self-care and seek support. Her candidness about her journey has made her more relatable to her fans. No longer defined by the tabloids, Jennifer is redefining her identity and inspiring countless women to embrace their imperfections. What do you think about their journey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.